Have you ever felt that spark ignite inside you when you least expect it? Like a firecracker going off in your chest? Hi there, I'm Evelyn, and at 65 years old, I thought my days of butterflies in my stomach were long gone. But let me tell you, life threw me a curveball when I met this guy during a girls' trip across the country. It started innocent enough, but oh boy, did it turn into a whirlwind of emotions that nearly broke me, and then rebuilt me stronger. If you're watching this, grab a cup of coffee or tea because this story's got heartache, hope, and a whole lot of second chances. And hey, drop a comment below letting me know where you're tuning in from. Maybe Texas like me, or somewhere far off? I'd love to hear, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if these kinds of real-life tales speak to you. It all began after my husband Tom passed away 5 years ago. We'd been married for 40 years, raised 2 kids, and built a quiet life in a small town outside Dallas. Tom was a good man, steady, reliable, the kind who fixed the leaky faucet without complaining, and always remembered our anniversary with a bouquet of daisies from the grocery store. But looking back, our life was routine. Wake up, make breakfast, go to work at the local library where I shelved books for decades, come home, dinner, TV, bed, repeat. When he died from a sudden heart attack, it felt like the ground vanished under my feet. I was lost, rattling around in that big empty house, cooking meals for one, staring at his empty chair at the table. The kids, Sarah and Mike, lived hours away with their own families. They called often, but it wasn't the same. "Mom, you should move in with us," Sarah said one day over the phone. "You're all alone there." But I wasn't ready to give up my independence, even if loneliness gnawed at me like a persistent ache. One evening, scrolling through Facebook, I saw a post from my old high school friends, Betty, Joan, and Linda. We'd kept in touch sporadically, sharing grandkid photos and birthday wishes. They were planning a road trip, packing up an RV and hitting the open road from Texas to California, stopping wherever the mood struck. "Why not join us, Evie?" Betty messaged. "Life's too short to sit at home." At first, I laughed it off. Me? At 65, with arthritis in my knees and a fear of driving long distances? But the more I thought about it, the more it stirred something inside me. A tiny flicker of excitement I hadn't felt in years. Tom and I had always talked about traveling, but work and kids got in the way. Now, with the house paid off, I could sell it, stash some money for the grandkids' college, and use the rest to finally see the world. Or at least America. My kids flipped out when I told them. "Mom, are you sure? What if something happens?" Mike worried, but I was done waiting for life to happen to me. I sold the house, hugged the kids goodbye, and met the girls in Austin to kick off our adventure. Our first stops were fun: barbecue in Memphis, sightseeing in Nashville. We laughed like teenagers, sharing stories from our youth, complaining about hot flashes and bad backs. Betty, the organized one, mapped out routes. Joan, the quiet type, handled the cooking. Linda, the wild card, blasted oldies on the radio and danced in her seat. Me? I was the listener, soaking it all in, feeling alive for the first time since Tom. But deep down, I carried this quiet sadness, like a shadow I couldn't shake. Nights in the RV, I'd lie awake, missing Tom's snoring, wondering if this was all there was left for me. Friendship and freedom, but no more romance. Little did I know that was about to change in New Orleans. We rolled into NOLA on a steamy summer evening, the air thick with jazz notes and the smell of beignets. Linda insisted we hit Bourbon Street for some live music. "Come on, girls, let's live a little," she said, dragging us to a dimly lit bar with a band playing soulful tunes. We squeezed into a booth, ordered hurricanes, those sweet, potent drinks, and toasted to our trip. That's when I noticed him across the room, a man about my age, maybe a bit younger, with salt and pepper hair, a warm smile, and eyes that crinkled at the corners. He was alone, nursing a beer, tapping his foot to the music. Our gazes met, and he raised his glass in a silent cheer. I looked away, flustered, but Linda caught it. "Evie, that guy's checking you out. Go say hi." I waved her off, my cheeks burning. At my age? No way. But inside, that spark flickered again, curiosity mixed with the nervousness I hadn't felt since high school dates. As the night wore on, the band took a break, and he wandered over. "Mind if I join you, ladies? Name's Ray." His voice was deep, with a slight southern drawl that made my stomach flip. We chatted easily. He was 62, a retired mechanic from Baton Rouge, visiting NOLA for a jazz festival. Widowed too, like me. "Lost my wife to cancer 3 years back," he said softly, his eyes clouding over. "Hits you hard, doesn't it?" I nodded, sharing a bit about Tom. The girls excused themselves to freshen up, leaving us alone. Ray and I talked for hours, about our kids, favorite songs, even silly things like how we both hated cilantro. When the bar closed, he walked us back to the RV park. At the door, he hesitated. "Evelyn, I'd like to see you again tomorrow. Show you around the French Quarter?" My heart raced. Was this really happening? I said yes, feeling giddy and terrified all at once. The next day, Ray picked me up in his old pickup truck. We strolled through the quarter, eating po' boys, listening to street musicians. He held my hand crossing a busy street, and I didn't pull away. That evening, back at the bar, he pulled me onto the dance floor for a slow blues number. His arms around me felt safe, warm, like coming home after a long day. "You're something special, Evelyn," he whispered. We kissed under the neon lights, soft and tentative at first, then deeper, stirring feelings I'd buried deep. But as the night ended, doubt crept in. What was I doing? I was just passing through. He lived here. The girls teased me mercilessly. "Evie's got a boyfriend," Linda hooted. Betty was thrilled, Joan cautious. "Just be careful, hun." I brushed it off, but inside, I was a mess. Excited, scared, guilty even, like I was betraying Tom's memory. Over the next few days, Ray and I spent every moment together. Picnics in City Park, ferry rides across the Mississippi, sharing secrets under the stars. He told me about his regrets, not traveling more with his wife. I opened up about feeling invisible after Tom died, like my best years were behind me. "You're not invisible to me," Ray said, pulling me close. One night, in his small apartment above a cafe, things heated up. We made love slowly, tenderly, my body responding in ways I thought it had forgotten. Afterward, lying in his arms, tears slipped down my cheeks, joy mixed with sorrow. "What's wrong?" he asked. "Nothing," I whispered. "It's just, this feels right, but scary." He kissed my forehead. "We can take it slow." But slow wasn't in the cards. The girls wanted to push on to Florida next. "Stay a bit longer?" Ray begged one evening over dinner. "We could make this work." My heart tugged two ways, loyalty to my friends and this budding love. I confided in Betty, who hugged me. "Follow your heart, Evie." That night, I decided to extend my stay, waving goodbye as the RV pulled away. "Call us every day," Joan yelled. Alone with Ray, excitement bubbled up. We explored more, ghost tours, swamp boat rides. He introduced me to his daughter, who was sweet but wary. "Dad's been lonely," she said. "Just don't hurt him." I promised I wouldn't, but doubts nagged. What if this was just a fling? "What about my kids?" Sarah called, upset. "Mom, who is this guy? You barely know him." I defended Ray, but her words stung. Then came the first crack. One afternoon, I found an old photo in his drawer. Him with a woman, recent looking. "Who's this?" I asked casually. He tensed. "An old friend." But his eyes darted away. Unease settled in my gut. That night, over wine, I pressed. "Ray, Be honest. He sighed, admitting she'd been more than a friend. A brief affair after his wife died. It ended months ago, I swear. Hurt washed over me. Why hide it? I didn't want to scare you off. We argued, voices rising. I trusted you, I cried, storming out into the humid night. Wandering the streets, tears blurring the lights, I felt foolish. At 65, falling for lies? I called Linda, sobbing. Come get me. But she was states away. Ray found me hours later on a bench by the river. I'm sorry, Evelyn. I was scared of losing you. We talked till dawn, about fears, past mistakes. He opened up about his loneliness, how he'd messed up before. I shared my own insecurities, how Tom's death left me doubting myself. By morning, we forgave, closer than before. But the seed of doubt lingered. Things escalated when his ex showed up unannounced at his place one evening. I was cooking dinner when the door knocked. There she was, younger, prettier, eyes flashing. Ray, we need to talk. My stomach dropped. She claimed he owed her money from their time together, but her jealousy was obvious. Who's this? She sneered at me. Ray sent her away firmly, but the damage was done. I felt old, out of place. Is this what you want? Drama? I snapped. He pulled me into a hug. I want you. We made up passionately, but the incident haunted me. Nights after, I'd wake up anxious, questioning everything. Was I too old for this? Too vulnerable? Ray noticed, trying harder. Surprise dates, sweet notes, but tension built. The climax hit during a weekend getaway to a cabin in the bayou. We were happy at first. Fishing, stargazing. Then his phone buzzed nonstop. Work, he said, but I glimpsed a text. Miss you? Call me. Heart pounding, I confronted him. It's her again, isn't it? He admitted they'd talked, platonic he claimed, but she'd been reaching out. I didn't respond. But trust shattered. We fought like never before. I left my life for this? I yelled, packing my bag. He begged me to stay, tears in his eyes. I love you, Evelyn. Don't go. Love? The word hung heavy. Driving back alone in a rental car, sobs racking my body, I felt broken. How had I let myself fall so hard? Reuniting with the girls in Miami, I poured it all out. They listened, hugged me tight. You deserve better, Joan said. But deep down, I missed Ray, the good parts, the way he made me laugh, feel desired. Days blurred in regret and what-ifs, then a twist. Ray showed up at our hotel, flowers in hand. I ended all contact with her. You're the one I want. Skeptical, I let him in. We talked raw, fears, needs. He confessed his insecurity about our age difference and distance. I admitted my grief over Tom still lingered. Slowly, we rebuilt, deciding to try long distance. But another blow. My doctor called. Routine checkup revealed high blood pressure, stress-related. Slow down, she warned. It hit me. I'd been chasing excitement, ignoring my health. Back home in Texas months later, Ray visited often. We navigated the mess, my kids warming to him, his family accepting me. But challenges piled. A health scare for him, minor surgery, arguments over future plans. One night, after a heated fight about moving, I broke down. Is this worth it? He held me. Yes, because I see a future with you. That vulnerability bonded us deeper. We compromised. He'd relocate part-time to Texas. The transformation came gradually. I started yoga for my knees, joined a book club, felt empowered. Ray encouraged it. You're amazing just as you are. Looking back, that whirlwind romance taught me life's not over at 65. It's just beginning anew. The pain of doubt and heartbreak made the hope sweeter. If you're out there feeling stuck, Know it's okay to take risks, feel again. It might hurt, but it can heal too. What's your story? Have you found love later in life? Share in the comments. I read everyone. And if this resonated, subscribe for more real talks. Thanks for listening, friends. Take care.